So we're going to start. We're making for my party my year-end party, which is already passed, but we're still going to do it in January. And we're going to make some for an hors d'oeuvre fried risotto balls with mushrooms. So let's get the garlic in there, all the mushrooms, the onions or shallots. Going to make these balls. Going to chill them. After this mix is chilled, then I'm going to make little balls and put them in the freezer. Once they're frozen, I'll take them and put them in a bag and leave them in the freezer. And since my party is 6 days from now, I'll take them out the day before, bread them, and put them back in the freezer. So what we have here, I don't have to season this yet because it's not like it's a piece of steak. Whenever I put the seasoning in there at the end, it's all going to taste like it. But what I will do, so I'm going to put some thyme in there. Not a lot of time, maybe about 45 minutes. Oh, he's a jokester too. I'll wait for the pepper and the onions, and we'll put a teaspoon of dried thyme in there. Thank you very much. And in about another 20 seconds or so, I'm going to throw in the risotto. Next to this pot, I have 1.5 quarts of stock, which will be used in this. Chicken, beef, vegetable, whatever you like. I happen to be using a little beef and a little chicken. So, I hope this pot is big enough, because you know this expands an awful lot, and especially when you're adding the liquid to it. Now we don't need a high flame. There you go. I'll roast one kernel, or one. Oh, that smells good already. Going to put in some dry white wine. I like to get the wine cooked out first. Now, the thing with risotto, that was half a cup. Let me write that down. You have to keep on stirring that and adding liquid to it as it starts to grow. And when you make this for a meal, because you can have risotto with mushrooms, it's delicious. Get some what is it again? I'll think of it later. Which I had some in the house, but no more. So we let this, as you see, it's starting to cook. As this cooks a little, I'm going to add some more stock. I'm not going to waste looking at this, I can just tell you what I'm doing. As this comes up like so, I'm going to add some of the stock, which is simmering over there. Excuse me. And this is what I'll be doing for the next half hour or so. Just slowly stirring this and adding more stock until it's finished. Let's just look at it for a few seconds. I don't know if you can tell how it's growing already, but if you notice, I've already added almost, this is a half a cup. I've added about 3 of these in there already. So you see that it stays about the same. It's absorbing, like so. Notice how it's expanded, blown up. I'm getting near the end, and I used 1.5 quarts of stock, and I put another 1/2 quart over there to be ready. Truffle oil, that's what I was thinking about earlier. I love truffle oil in risotto, but I don't have any. We are done. I guess it took me about 45 minutes. I should have timed it, but I didn't. Nice and soft, tight, because I'm making balls out of it. Now we can finish the seasoning. Start off easy with the salt. I don't want to kill anybody. And where is my hot sauce? I'm going to put in there sriracha hot chili sauce. It's an hors d'oeuvre, so you want to have a little kick to it. Give it a ring, like so, and we'll taste it. In goes the fresh chopped leafy parsley, not the curly one, the leafy one. Tastes better. So then I'm going to pour this onto a pan, and no saran wrap, nothing, just put it into the refrigerator. Or maybe I'll put saran wrap over it so it doesn't get a skin. And then tonight, or in an hour and a half or so, I'll make some balls, freeze them, like I said, and then put them in a bag. I don't want to bread them today because it'll take up more space. The balls will grow. Yeah, that looks pretty good. Now all we have to do is taste it. May have to add some more salt and hot sauce. You never know. You gotta go slowly when you season things. And don't think of yourself the way it should be seasoned. Think about the way others might like it. Because you're not just making this for you. I used to have arguments with with the owner that I ignore certain things that they tell me. That has a nice, the sriracha is enough, but the salt isn't. So that's 2 teaspoons of salt. Brings out the flavor of everything. That's what salt does. Unless you make it too salty, then you're in trouble. What do you do if you make this too salty? There's a trick to fixing it. I don't know if I should tell you, because I think I've done it a couple of times. So you take half of this out and you rinse it off. And you put it back, and then you get some heavy cream and try to season it up again. So that's that. Put it on a sheet. One more taste. I'm double dipping. Don't fire me. Perfect. I'm going to leave this out for about 45 minutes and then put it in the refrigerator. It's not good to throw very, very hot food in the refrigerator. Most important thing I forgot. It's a good thing it's still hot. I just thought about it. Where's the cheese? Reggiano Pecorino. And work this in. Now see, you gotta waste time. Get this all in there. It's melted. I'll mix this up and I'll recover it. Wasted saran wrap and my time because I wasn't paying attention. That's why you write everything down. And yes, you see, I didn't write Parmesan cheese. Okay. The next step is making the balls. This is the scoop. Scoop the cold mixture. Put it into your hand. Make a ball. That's about 0.7 ounces. You fill this, I'm going to fill this up, put it in the freezer. There are 40 balls. That's about 1/3 of the amount you could make. So that's like 120 from this recipe. But then I'm going to also make a few patties. So this is for an hors d'oeuvre. The patty would be for your main course. So for the patty, you form it. It's 4 ounces. Treating this differently than the balls because the balls are going to be breaded. This is only floured. It really should, this has to be ice cold when you're handling it. This was cold, but not cold enough because I was playing with the balls. So take a look at the bottom. Figure out how's that going to look. That's going to look just fine. We're going to color that more. So there was the flour. And that's a 4-ounce patty. That's a nice size. And if you put this on a plate next to your vegetable, you could put just a line of like tomato sauce across it, or halfway. It goes good with a little tomato sauce. Tomato basil, marinara, whatever your favorite alla vodka. It doesn't matter as long as it's what you like. And it goes with this. Or even a very rich cream sauce can go over this. Matter of fact, I'm going to make this for a dinner party down the road. So we want to get this colored. We can raise the flame a little. It's going to be brown. Too bad I can't do this with the balls. I'd much rather have the balls like this than... Anyway, I'll show you this after it's browned. As you can see, the balls are in the freezer. Your next step is to bread them. I don't have to show you how to bread them. Put them in flour, put them in beaten eggs, put them into breadcrumbs. Leave them ice cold or put them back in the freezer. Fry them frozen. As soon as they're golden brown, they're done. And then just warm them up later when you have to serve your hors d'oeuvre.